welcome. Today there's several lessons I want to get across to you, and they're all good ones, and they're all meant to help your sewing just become more usable. I think that's the best thing I know how to say. So we're going to start with, I'm using pattern 217, and I'm using it because I know many of you have it. It was one of our packs, one of our spring packs. One of our patterns this year, sorry, or this is 2018. One of our new patterns for 2017. 2017, or 217, it's called BCBG's Wrap. So I want you to kind of understand it a little bit more and understand why I brought it in, because I think that's always really important. So what we see, number one, is the reemergence of the cowl neck. And a cowl is really just a drape of fabric. It can be built into the garment, it can be the garment itself, or you can see with this, it can be added on top. And when it's added on top, it gives us a variety as to what we can do with it. This is the original, and what I wanted you to see is this is a kind of a cowl neck done with a straight line, done with a horizontal. And cowls usually, you know, we've talked about feminine and masculine patterns, cowls and straight lines generally don't go together. So when I see something like this and it works, it's a matter of taking it back and understanding why it works. So this is the original. I want you to see it's a cowl in the front as I've got it on. And then of course it comes to the back and it's attached. And that's how the pattern, I have you doing the pattern. It's all attached back here. But I kind of want to open up another way of doing this, because we got this fabric in, and it's got a border print on it. It's got this beautiful, it's not a straight line, but it's kind of a wavy line. And I wanted to use it as a cowl. So in thinking how I could do it, or what else I could do with a border print, this was the one that came to mind, and it's perfect. I just love it. But here's what, and then it kind of extrapolates into other things, and this is what I was excited about showing you. All right, so cowl in the front, I've got it, and you can see that it's a border print. But what I didn't do is I didn't attach it like normally the pattern suggests you do it. So if I turn around to the back, you can see that it's just loose. It is attached. I did attach it at the two places that are marked on the patterns, and I did it with those little tiny clear snaps we have, and I'll show it to you here in just a minute because I'm going to take it off. So there's just, you put the female part on the shirt itself and the male part on the wrap, because once I take that off, I want to use the t-shirt as a base. We're going to talk about this upcoming webcast. We're going to talk about layering when we do the hoodie on the top. And layering is really important, that all the sleeves and armholes kind of go along with each other. And so I'm going to show you how to kind of match your sleeves and armholes and how you can best work them and what works for you. And it's all up to you, and I'm going to give you those choices. But with this one, I just wanted a regular t-shirt. I wanted this to be the base. Lafayette 148 is showing a lot of layering and how it's done and what to consider, etc., etc. So I'm kind of taking a page out of their book, and several other designers who are doing the same thing. Because it's such a cold winter, layering is just, you know, really nice and really popular. So with this particular top, I didn't do any changes to the pattern at all. I just laid when I laid the pattern on the fabric, I made sure I got the cowl on the border print. So you can follow that border all the way around and to the back. And then I just lapped it, this piece, just as it would be sewn on the back. The back has all the markings as to how to lap it. I just lapped it and sewed it in place. Very easy to do. I just didn't sew it to the top itself so it could come off. And then you can see there's a little snap here. And again, showed you how to do that. I'm going to take this one off. These are clear snaps, so when they're on the top itself, I mean, you can't even see these things. I guess it's probably because of the print as well, but boy, are they great disguise. These snaps are pretty strong. So I'm going to say, I think I'm going to take it off. It's hard to see when I can't see what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to show you the wrap, and I'm going to show you the parts of the wrap is why I want to take it off, as to how I did it. The snaps are small and delicate, so if I had a mirror, I'm sure it would go easier, but just gotta be careful when you take it off. Okay, so here it is, and what it's going to become, like I said, it's going to be the base for other things I'm going to do. But if I'm wearing it by itself or for spring, you can see it's really that nice little addition. So there's the border print, and you can see it goes all the way around, and where I've overlapped it here and just stitched it in place. And then the place that's marked on the pattern is where I put the 2 little snaps. Because this is a burnout and it's a really light fabric, I went ahead and did my little zipper treatment. You know, I've showed you guys this before, the little zippers to the cowl to make it drape a little bit better when it's on. But that's the part that's removable. I can store it. I can wear it as a scarf with other things. I can do all kinds of things with it. But the main thing is now I can add layers to my base t-shirt, and I'm ready to go. So what I wanted to show you is, number one, a different use of border prints, because they can be used in a cowl. I get that a lot. I've got a border print, I want to use it in a cowl. You can't, because a cowl's got other considerations. But when I do it in a little piece like this, where it's added on, I can make it part of the cowl. And then I want you to think about these base layering pieces as we go into the webcast, which we think will be next week, so that I can consider different things can be my base, but they still don't have to be plain all the time. They can have things added on top. So happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns, and we'll see you soon.